Hey Virgos, this is TC, your guiding chariot. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to your weekly general reading. This is going to be a timeless reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Timeless because we all know time is an illusion, so no matter when you find this video, whether it's this July, next July, August, I don't care, you will come across this message and it'll be just as relevant for you then as it was the day of filming. My only ask is because it's general, only take what resonates. If there's a part of the message that doesn't fit your circumstance, that's fine. Leave it on the table. Take everything else. With that, let's get into your reading. Alright, so Virgo, I'm kind of basing this week's reading on the eclipse we just had. So we had the lunar eclipse in Capricorn. We are officially done with eclipse season. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Now, we still have those energies for like another 6 months. So, you know, things are going to start coming out. We have these changes and shifts that are happening. So you may see that evolving sooner or later, but probably within the next 6 months. So I kind of, oh, I'm sorry about that. I'm kind of basing these messages off of, you know, kind of what's been happening for each sign. And again, this may change a little bit based on your own birth chart and where the planets fall and what, you know, who rules what houses. But generally for Virgos right now, there's this sense of like really getting in touch with that like inner playful side of yourself, like that side of you that, you know, isn't hindered by details and responsibilities and duties and just does things because they're fun, and, you know, giving yourself the permission to enjoy and play. Take that bad boy. Let's see if anything, nope. Let's see if anyone else wants to come out. We'll do one more. So it's just kind of reconnecting and checking in. And I almost want to say, like, just giving yourself a break, Virgo. Okay, yeah, nothing came out. Look at that. Freya, goddess of the moon, phases and cycles. We just ended a big one. There is a beginning within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. Yes. Take that in. There's also a wisdom here with her animal, the raven, right? Beautiful, magical animal as well. So, and the moon is always about, yes, about cycles. It rules the tides. It comes in, it goes out. But it also has to deal with secrets, right? Things that are hidden. Things coming to light, being illuminated in a way that we can kind of process them. So again, some of what's happening for you guys Virgos, some of this may be deep stuff. It may be stuff from way back when that you're kind of healing and now have a chance to release, if you know, if you really lean into these energies. Again, you have free will. You can hold on to them as long as you want. But it is a beautiful moment of healing and releasing and really ending some stuff. I mean, yeah, that Ammonite, sure, he's like, nope, I am not going to sit here. And so, before I get into, let's shuffle one more time, but before I get into your tarot, actually no, I think we're good there. I filmed the Timeless Tuesday reading, so that should be up already when this is up. If you haven't checked it out, I do recommend it. I did talk a little bit about the Ammonites. I've always loved Ammonites as a Cancer, just because it's a fossilized, shelled sea creature. Literally loved the sea and the ocean, so I've just kind of always had a thing with it. This past week, I had an opportunity to get a few new pieces. Excuse me. And some that I like couldn't afford, and I just lucked out and had this great opportunity and went for it. So I have some new ones. This is one of them. He has a sister that's also in my room. She's across the way, but we love her too. But I was talking about them as a symbol, especially in feng shui. You know, they're believed to rebalance the flow of energy and the flow of chi and harmonize. And like the lore behind them is that for all, you know, the thousands and thousands of years they've been around, you know, they've absorbed all of this like good energy and good luck and good vibes, and it's kind of been encased and coiled inside the shell, and you can use that to rebalance and reharmonize. There is a bit of a rebalancing going on with you as we end one cycle and begin this new one. But I think a big part of that for a lot of you Virgo, at least astrologically, is about really connecting with yourself in a way where you're releasing like the burdens and the hard stuff and the hurt, or anything that just really brings you a lot of stress and frustration, versus being light and enjoyment and play and fun. All right? Okay. Great first row. Great first row. So first we have the Ten of Wands. This is that burden we talked about. This is that struggle bus energy, having to carry so much on your plate, having to worry about so much stuff that, you know, and I will say you also are probably worrying about things that really you don't own. You don't own them. It probably has very little to do. It may have to do with people that you care about and want to help and support and help them grow, or make this, you know, path as simple and pain-free as possible. That doesn't mean you carry all the pain for this person. That is not what that means. And sometimes that pain needs to be felt so that they can grow, whether it's to toughen up, whether it's to heal, whether it's to understand why they shouldn't be doing this certain thing. You know, so Virgos, you have been holding on to a lot of things. A lot of things that probably weren't incredibly important or super necessary, I should say. Not that they weren't important, but they weren't completely necessary, or didn't really require the amount of effort that you put into it, that because it just caused you extra stress. Or you were carrying things that really weren't yours to carry. Right? You've been carrying so much and literally just like hugging it, like holding on, like just refusing to let it go, refusing to share the burden with anyone, refusing to delegate responsibilities. You just kept picking things up as people dropped them, picking them all up, and now you have a bad back. Like, oh, don't like that energy. We're shifting that for you now. Next card out is the Emperor, which I think is a beautiful energy for you, right? So, Emperor card. It is a card of Aries. Some of you might be dealing with an Aries. That could be a thing. To me, what this is really about is really taking charge and being a leader. And, you know, yes, the leader is the captain of the ship. Yes, the leader probably is working much harder, you know, and is making all the decisions, right, compared to the ones below him. But he certainly doesn't do everything. He certainly doesn't do everything. A big part of that is delegation, right? Because you have important things to take care of, right? You can't be worrying about every little minute detail. And it's funny, I say that to the Virgos, who are literally the like kings and queens of the details. But again, don't get lost in it. Like, don't get lost in all these little nitty-gritty things. You also need to be able to see the big picture, right? The Emperor, who sits at the top of the chain of command, has to be governing every little step down. So you need to see big picture. Don't get lost in all the little baby details. And I think that's what's been happening. You're carrying all the little baby details, and that has to come to an end. Like, you're causing yourself way too much stress and way too much pain by doing that. You have to be the leader that you're meant to. I will say, I think, especially for the Virgos that I'm really connecting to or really resonating with this, you probably hold a position of authority already, whether it's you know, at work and you're the boss, or and you have people that report to you, or you know, you're a parent and you know, your kids and your family look up to you. Like, you're an anchor point somehow, somewhere. It could even just be friends, or it could even be your own family, but you just hold such a strong position. People listen to you. People come to you for your advice or for your help, your assistance, whatever it is. You hold a place of authority already. What this reading is about how do we reach victory without breaking your back in the process. Because I think that's what's happening. You're causing yourself some undue stress that isn't helping you, because this isn't going to help you get... Carrying all this weight is not going to help you get to the top of this tree. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. So it's about what can we let go of, right? What have we been clinging on to that really isn't important, that we can let go of so that we can reach the top and find success, right? Because this is what the Six of Wands is about. It's about success. Yes, it is about recognition. I feel like you're already recognized as the Emperor already. I think you're already seen that way. And if you're not, then we're talking about how you get there. But I do think for most of you, you're already there. That's already a thing. I ain't worried about that. Let's do... Oh! Okay. Alright. So again, we have the Eight of Pentacles clarifying this Ten of Wands. So again, I can tell you're working way too hard. You are dedicated to carrying all this burden, all this weight. No. Virgo, no. I love you to death, but no. You're killing yourself doing that. Don't do that. Do not do that. Because then even then, we have the Four of Pentacles. Excuse me, this is the Nine? Yep. Sorry. Choking on my own spit. I'm going to need a drink of water. But then you have this Four of Wands, right? What we've been clinging to, what we've been holding on to, standing in the way of this Nine of Cups, right? Contentment, peace, fulfillment. You can also see that as the wish being granted card, right? It's blocking your happiness. You're working through this four to get through or get to this nine where we feel content and happy. And okay, this might be a little shady, so I'm sorry, but please know I say this, coming from a good place. But some of you, this may be really hard because you enjoy this position. You like being the person everyone comes to. You like being the person everyone can rely on. And that's not a bad thing. That alone is not a bad thing. But you also have to have balance for yourself. Like, you can't hold that position being everything for everyone and then you're not able to be anything for yourself. Like, that is a dangerous position to be in. It's great that people can rely on you and you want to be dependable. You want people to come to you. That's great. But you also have to know what those boundaries are when enough is enough. Okay, my plate's pretty full. Look, I'd love to help you with that. If I can clear some of this off my plate, I'm totally down to help you. But, what I can see, like, maybe you should try doing it this way. So instead of you owning it and you doing it for them, or you sitting there and holding their hand through it, if you can tell them what to do and let them do it themselves, that would be great. You get to help them. You get to, do your work as well as helping advance theirs and hone their skills and talents while still having your own peace of mind, right? We need that. We want that. So we've got the Daughter of Cups here. Very interesting energy. For some of you, this may be who, is looking up to you, who is coming to you. Could be a younger, possibly female energy, possibly a water sign. So, excuse me, Cancer, Scorpio, why am I blanking? Pisces. Sorry about that, Pisces. If you're watching, who knows? But could be water sign. Definitely younger. This may be the person that always comes to you. They might be the one that you feel very protective of. Could even be a child, your child. But again, like, that respect for you isn't going to change just because you have to say no, or because you have to, like, I can't do this for you anymore. You need to do it for yourself. But I can still guide you through it, but I need you to do the work. Is kind of what I'm getting looking at this Daughter of Cups. Like, yes, she needs to be shown because she's naive and kind of new to it, or new to the world, or new to the situation, whatever it is. But you can't do it for her. And again, I'm saying her, don't get hung up on the gender, could easily be a boy just as it could be a girl. But, you kind of have to let this little ducky learn to fly. You can't keep carrying her. You cannot keep carrying her. And then underneath the Six of Wands, you have this Four of Cups. So it does talk about things in the unseen, and I almost want to say, I almost am getting more Five of Cups energy off of it versus four, where it's like the loss in the morning and feeling like crying over spilt milk. If that's it. And that's a little more Four of Cups. But like the feeling feels super heavy, where it's like crossing over from, you have like the 4.5 cups. Like, we're crying over spilt milk, but we're so attached to it. It means so much to us, right? To hold this position, to have this authority, to be seen as this individual. I don't want to let that go, but it's also, I'm carrying so much, the weight's crushing me. I don't know what to do, but I don't want to let go, but I want to be here. And the emotional attachment to this feels so heavy that I want to say this is more like a 5. So we're going to call it 4.5 cups. The blessing in the Four of Cups is that, yes, 3 cups are empty. One of them is full. One of them is the ace, right? So one of them is a divine blessing. And that's exactly what it is. You're not spent, right? Like, yes, you may be running on 25%, but that's not 0. So if you can lighten the load so that 25% can start to recharge again and you can get back up to a full battery, that's when we're all in balance. Then you're more capable to do what you need to do for yourself and others when that comes up. But you have to learn some boundaries. You have to stop letting people take advantage of, your good nature. You have your own things to do. And even if you don't, you have your own life to live. Go enjoy, have fun. Like the big thing in this reading is to not only be looking at the lack. You know, we ended perfectly with the Four of Cups. You know, and it's because, like, yes, you could have victory. Yes, you could be above all of this dark stuff. But we keep looking at the dark stuff. Right? And, like, even compare the two images. Like, here you are literally flying in the light above the dark, yet physically we're still in the dark looking at the light. Actually, not even looking at the light, because this little rat guy is looking to more dark stuff over here. And what's up there? The moon. So take this as a big old shining billboard sign up in the air. It's time for this to end. It's time for this to end, Virgo. The cycle is over. Like, you cannot keep doing this to yourself anymore. This, like, and I'm sorry if I'm getting real preachy and real like, meh, 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 but, like, you're not doing yourself any favors, and I don't want you exhausting yourself, because that's not going to help anyone, especially you. And this is really about getting you beyond that. And it is a level up. You are evolving, right? You're fully owning and taking your throne as the emperor. Because, like I said, you're already seen this way. But it's like you're the emperor who is like down in the horse stables mucking the poo with you know, everyone else. But at the meantime, you have an entire court of people waiting to hear your advice and ask you their questions and find solutions for other problems. But you're so busy working on these little tiny details, you're missing out on some bigger things. Like, I need you to be the emperor. I need you to be owning the ship and running the kingdom, not down in the stables. We have people for that. And they're not any less important than you. So I get why you want to be in the trenches and help them out and you know, be on the front line. It's a wonderful thing. But you have duties bigger than that you need to fulfill, right? And again, you're holding up the system by not being there. There's so much more impact you could be having if you were, you know, really owning this place, right? Versus getting caught up in all these other things that are pulling you away from that. So just, it's still a positive reading, but it's just a heads up that we gotta let some of this go and learn how to find better balance, Virgos. We need better balance. And, you know, I will say for some of you that may be as simple as just kind of getting out of your head. However you do that, if it's through music, I know some people do it through, like, physical activity, like go for a walk, go to the gym, go for a swim, like just anything to get you out of your head, back into your body, right? Because it brings you back to this moment, and it gets you out of that cycle of just overthinking things and like drilling it into the dirt, right? So I know at certain points I felt a little preachy, so I hope that didn't come off as I was like, meh, 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 meh. It was all said with the best intentions, and I want you guys to be happy and grow, and a part of that right now is just about learning what's yours and letting go of the rest and giving it back to the people who really need to run that themselves. All right, my lovely Virgos. On that note, thank you as always for all your love and support and coming and watching this video. If you're not already, please hit the big red subscribe button and join our little family here. I would totally appreciate it. We get together every week and have all these little fun things. I did talk about the Timeless Tuesday reading, so definitely go check that out. It's still kind of a new thing for our channel, so if you can let me know how you're liking it, you know, what we could do differently or what you'd like to see maybe, let me know. I'm real open to that. But on the note, stay safe, stay sane, stay well. I'm thinking of you and sending you my love. Take care, and I will see you in your next video. Thank you, Virgos.